Nearly $2 million worth of stolen property, including luxury vehicles and high-end jewelry, has been recovered in an Ontario police investigation. Peel police have made 13 arrests. That includes 5 youths in an investigation dubbed Project Ghost. Mark Carcassol is with us, watching this from Toronto. And Mark, it's believed the people who were arrested are part of an organized crime network. What more are we learning?
Yeah, in a crime network that police in Peel region west of Toronto have been tracking, or at least hearing about and following the movements of for the last year or so. They say that this is a large-scale group that, quote, operated with defined roles, including leaders and participants responsible for targeting high-end vehicles, coordinating robberies, selling stolen property, and recruiting youth to carry out the crimes. As you mentioned, they seized almost they are said to be responsible for about $2 million, almost $2 million worth of thefts. This all came to a head on June 5th, early last month, with a series of raids across the Greater Toronto area into Waterloo involving more than 200 officers, 13 arrests in total. Peel Regional Police issuing this picture of the accused. You could see many of them are adults, many of them not so much. 13 arrests, the suspects all from Mississauga, Brampton, and Toronto. 197 criminal charges in all, including 23 offenses related to organized crime. Things like instructing, recruiting for, and participating in a criminal organization, committing an offense for a criminal organization, trafficking in firearms and stolen property. Police say many of the crimes that they allege were carried out by this group were violent ones. Have a listen to the detective in charge of the investigation.
On September 10th, the driver of a Lamborghini was shot and seriously injured in an attempted robbery in Mississauga. This project was able to link the shooting and home invasions to the same criminal group and further identified over 10 other home invasions and jewelry thefts this organization was responsible for across Peel and Halton.
That was the second incident that officials became aware of. About a month earlier, in August of last year, there was a violent home invasion in which the homeowners were stabbed. As the detective mentioned, they say they were able to link that to several other violent robberies and home invasions around the region, eventually leading to the arrests last month.
So the violence, obviously, of great concern. The thefts are of great concern. But for the officials, they're also concerned about the way young people were used in this operation. Yeah,
we showed you the panel there of those accused and going through the court system right now. You'll remember that there were some grayed out faces there, people who weren't directly identified, no names given for them. That's because among those arrested, 5 of them are youths. A 16-year-old from Mississauga, a 17-year-old from Toronto, a 15 and 2 16-year-olds from Brampton. Officials say the youths have been, quote, referred to community safety and well-being resources. They are obviously having their cases go through the courts as well. But that is particularly concerning for the mayor of Brampton. He calls this the most disgusting part of the alleged operation.
What's even more disturbing about this network is the exploitation of youth, recruiting minors to carry out dangerous crimes. Absolutely disgusting. It's a wake-up call for all of us. Organized crime is not just a big city problem. It's not just something you see in movies. It's here. And organized crime will exploit any loophole they see in policing or in the criminal code to take advantage of that.
And you heard Mayor Patrick Brown speak about the loophole there. That speaks to the insinuation made by police and several other criminal experts that we've spoken to over the years who say that young people are directly recruited for operations like this because if they get arrested for or during carrying out these acts, the punishments obviously are a lot lighter and there's a higher chance that they could be back out on the streets. The prospect of bail reform was also mentioned in this news conference. We do know that the mayor of Brampton and the chief of Peel Regional Police are 2 of the people who the federal government will be discussing this issue with when they look into bail reform in the coming time.